Good morning, beautiful people. We are on our way to the Mekong Delta, but I don't have so much battery, so I don't know how long this is gonna last because this morning I didn't wake up as I was supposed to. It was like 7:28 and Coralie woke me up, so I only had like a couple of minutes to get ready before the bus came, and gosh, it was a disaster. My camera is only on 30% battery, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'll try to film as much as I can today. So we are at our first stop. It's the Vinh Trang Pagoda, and I think we're going to be here for like about half an hour before we head on to the Mekong Delta River. As usual, it's very hot around here though. Gosh, thank God Coralie has some sunscreen for us to put on. But since I have very limited battery on my camera, so I won't be talking too much, but I'm going to show you the beauty of this place. So our guide told us that this used to be a female-dominated pagoda, so you would notice that a lot of the statues are of females. Our first stop is the coconut candy factory. It's like a very traditional factory. So they do all the steps from the very beginning until you get the candies. So the candies are like 70% coconut milk, so they're less sweet. They don't add any sugar onto it, no preservatives. So that's a better option for candy if you're a candy lover. Then this would be the place for you.
So to make candy, you need to use an old coconut, usually more than 8 months to 10 months. At that moment, the whole nutrition is meant for the fresh. It will be, the taste for the milk at that moment will be the best to compare with the younger one. And now he will show you how to do it.
The next one is the rowboat. So I think we're boating across the river. I'm not sure.
Tamarind salt. Tamarind salt. You dig in and dig it. Morning glory. You eat together with soy salt. Chicken, you need to make with rice because it's fried salting. That is the way we eat it here. And the color to make the chicken into the brown color from the coconut one that I mentioned before. You see for coloring. Spring roll together with chili sauce. Chicken soup.
So we just finished with our lunch, and I think it's like free activities now, additional activities. You can either go cycling or feed the crocodiles. They also have snakes and frogs, but I'm really not into any of them, so I'm just relaxing here at the lunch station and wait for our bus time.
If you bring out, in out so many times, they cannot create as much honey anymore. We need to do like frequent. You put it 1 week out, 1 week in, 1 week out, 1 week in to show to the tourists. Can you see the honey inside?
Yeah.
So can you answer me? Yes, honey. But some of the honey you can see. Some of them was also covered. Can you tell me? Oh.
Tasting the honey. So you put in the honey and then the kumquat and the bee pollen and warm water.
I know that I need to not do that.
Yeah.
It's just like
natural
So
reaction.
good.
yeah.
You could take pictures with the bees, but yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Let you know how I feel about the tour once I get to the hostel or tomorrow at the airport. So I actually forgot to review the Mekong Delta tour at the hostel because we were just so tired and so hungry. But here's my review on the Mekong Delta tour. I personally kind of have mixed feelings about it. I mean, I've heard so much about the river, its history, its culture. So I had high hopes before I get onto that tour. And while some parts are beautiful and fun, the others were just not really my cup of tea. When you first see the river, it's impressive. Like, it's very wide. It's probably the widest river I've ever seen. It almost feels like the ocean. It's amazing to see. You can see all the big ferries are on the river as well, and you can almost feel how important it was. The Mekong wasn't just a river, it was a lifeline. It was a transportation hub that connected communities, carried goods, and shaped the livelihoods for centuries in the region. So we started with a boat ride, which was definitely a highlight. You see the locals going about their day. We went to had tea, we had some tropical fresh fruits, and enjoyed some live traditional music. These moments were charming and it gave a little glimpse of the local culture there. But here's where it doesn't really work for me. Some stops felt touristy for the sake of it. We were shown animals in small enclosures and a few staged activities that didn't feel very authentic. Personally, I would have loved more storytelling, more about what life was like here decades ago. how the river was used for trade, the kind of goods that passed through, the historical events that happened along these banks. I wish that the tour had focused more on that rich history and dive into the local culture. So, would I recommend the Mekong Delta tour? Yes, but only if you know what to expect. It's a mix of fun, light activities, and scenic views. It's not a deep historical experience, I would tell you that. It's more about light entertainment and a break from the city. And if you want a more historical insight, I would suggest to research in advance or hire a private guide. And I also think it's important to highlight if animal tourism isn't your thing, then you can skip those parts and just enjoy the river rides. For me, the highlight was the river itself and imagining what this place must have been like when it was the heartbeat of trade in the region in the past. But that's my take on the Mekong Delta River. If you've been to the Mekong Delta River, let me know your experience in the comments. Was it similar to mine or did you have a different experience? Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.